Okay, before I start this video on Mario Kart World, I want to make you guys aware that none of the video you are going to see is going to be in full 4K 60. It's only going to be in 1080p 60 because that's all I can film and record with the stuff I have, with the equipment I have. All I believe I can do 4K wise is pass through 4K 60 and 4K 30. I think. I'm not sure if it can or not. I don't even know if my current setup could display 4K 30 or not anyway. So I'm sorry that I can't show you full like 4K 60 gameplay with this video where I talk about my thoughts on Mario Kart World. But it is what it is. Like I said in previous videos, I'm trying to get a better setup going here, but I have no idea when that's going to happen. So just bear with me and hopefully you guys still enjoy this video. Also, I was not able to record any online gameplay with Ethernet capability. What I used was Wi-Fi. It was just as good. There was no lag or anything. But you do have to have a pretty decent connection, I would say, if you're going to do either Wi-Fi or Ethernet. But honestly, it's pretty marginal anyway, the increase in quality and performance with the online probably. I really didn't notice anything. But that's just to let you guys know that this video is gonna have like less than perfect gameplay, but it is what it is. I'm sorry guys, but until I can get a better setup going, this is the best I can do. So I apologize for that, but hopefully you guys still enjoy this video. Okay, so I've been playing Mario Kart World for the past couple of days, and I just kind of want to tell you guys my thoughts and all that good jazz, and if I think it's worth the $80 price point, or if I think you should just buy the console bundle, or if I think it's worth it at all. Spoiler alert, I do think it's worth it, but there are some asterisks to this, and I'll get to those in a second. So if you do like this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without any further ado, let's get into my thoughts on Mario Kart World for the Switch 2. I may mess up and say Switch and Switch 2, so just bear with me. Anyway, let's get into it here. So yeah, I went to the since you guys are probably aware, I did go to the midnight release of the Switch 2, and my wife surprised me with picking up Mario Kart World because I wasn't going to pick it up directly at launch. I was honestly gonna buy that with Patreon support, but I ended up buying the Pro Controller 2 with Patreon support. We all know that went. It's a pretty good controller, nice D-pad, but I don't think it's worth $90. But it is what it is. Anyway, so got home, got everything installed, updated on basically night one, and then later on in the day, I started playing Mario Kart World. And honestly, my expectations were pretty like mid, because honestly, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a big fan of Mario Kart. I never have been. The only Mario Kart game I really enjoyed was Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart 7. But I really didn't think I would get that much enjoyment out of it. And maybe it's just because it's the first game I played on the Switch 2, and maybe it's just because of launch hype. I don't know. But I will say this. Mario Kart World does feel like a big sort of improvement. Not only in graphics, just the smoothness of how everything controls. It just feels a lot smoother. And that's before I realized that I had on auto steering, which I'll get to what that is in a second. It does help you out if you're not good with like keeping straight and like doing the like the drifting stuff, and you have trouble with drifting and stuff like that. It does help with that. I'll get to what that all entails in a second. It actually is pretty cool. I don't know if that feature was in 8 Deluxe or not, but if it was, I didn't know about it because I didn't play it enough. But it is a nice feature if it was in there. I'm not sure if it was or wasn't, but you guys can let me know in the comments if it was. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unlock, a lot of characters to unlock. So there's a lot of stuff to do in the game itself. And plus the free roam mode is really cool. If you just want to like drive around and dink around in the game, you can do that. It is really like fun just to like dink around and find all these P switches and do all these challenges and get all these like markers for your profile and stuff. It's actually really cool and really fun. I honestly didn't think I'd have as much fun with Mario Kart World as I am, but it's actually really fun. And Grand Prix mode is just as fun. There's 50cc, 100cc, 150cc. And as far as I have heard, there's no 200cc as of yet. Maybe DLC will add that or something. Maybe like a free update. I don't know. People are kind of upset about that. I think because 200cc was like I think it's stable since like Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. I don't know since I didn't play that much. To me, that didn't bother me. I was just like whatever. I still think the game's pretty fun. And then, of course, you have your different carts you can choose. If you played Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 7, you know there's different stats to different carts. And the weight of the cart, the weight of the character, in this game at least, kind of dictates how fast or slow your car goes, how easily you can maneuver your cart or vehicle, I should say, since you can actually do carts, motorbikes, and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that they kind of expanded on that a little bit instead of just being just normal stats of acceleration, speed, handling, and I think the other one's weight or something like that. I don't think the weight means the weight of the character. I think it just means the weight of the cart. But I have heard that the smaller the character, the easier the cart or whatever you're using will be to like handle. I don't know if that's like accurate, but because I've just been playing with Mario and Yoshi mainly, so I couldn't tell you. I really didn't notice any difference between Mario and Yoshi, but I will say this: Kart does matter. Like the vehicle you choose does matter. You have to like make sure you get that perfect balance of speed and acceleration, and I guess weight to some extent. But I noticed like that if you don't find the right thing, you just get completely obliterated on 150cc. Like it's pretty hard, especially when the AI when the computer or AI whatever you want to call it. I swear to you, they cheat for themselves. Like the better you do, the more cheap stuff they do to make sure they can get ahead of you. So it is pretty brutally hard, especially with like item placement and stuff like that. And of course, the lower rank you are, like first place, second place, 24th place, whatever, the better your items would be. And of course, the better you do, the worse items you get, but the better items the computer gets. So it's like a yin and yang. And you want to do good, but like if you do bad, you can easily get back in like a winnable race towards the end of it. Each course does have varying amounts of laps. The last course, at least in the mushroom cup, has like 8 laps I think in the last race, and like I think 4 in the second one, or maybe it's still 3. But like that's kind of cool that the races are like super extended on the last race. I think that's pretty neat, to be honest with you. Um, but besides Grand Prix, there is Knockout Tour, and Knockout Tour, you basically just are going straight through and to the end of a, I think it's like the whole like course or like part of the map or something. I wasn't really sure what was happening because if you don't rank in a certain place, like the race just ended, you have to retry until you place at least like first, second, or third at the end. I think I didn't show all that footage because honestly, I didn't play all that much of Knockout Tour, so I honestly don't know that much about it. I've just been trying to do Grand Prix, um, getting all the cups, gold cups. So I don't know. That's just something I've always done with every Mario Kart. So I don't know the ins and outs of Knockout Tour, but it does seem pretty fun. Um, Now going back to like the auto steering and kind of the assisting stuff you can turn on. You can turn on like the steering assist, the item, like use item automatically, which why you would want to do that, I have no idea. There's like a camera adjustment thing. I didn't mess with that. I think the auto steering defaults to on because I realized when this is how I realized it was on. Because the point of auto steering is it kind of prevents you from driving off course and like being picked up by latitude. So like in the old games, if you drive way off course or like go out of bounds, he'll pick you up and drop you back on the um course. That's what happens here if you like fall way off the course. Basically that happens to you. But with the auto steering turned on, the game basically prevents you from falling off. So if you're like really bad at like keeping the keeping the cart like like steady or straight, or you're new to the game, I guess keep that on. Or like if you're having like somewhat like a little kid that's not really well versed in playing the game and playing video games and playing Mario Kart, I guess that's good for them to not feel like they're just not good at the game. Like I I guess that's why they have that there, but like it takes the fun out of it because like that's like half the fun of Mario Kart. If you because it kind of is like helping you too much, but I feel like sometimes when you want to go off road, like try to get to a certain part of the thing, and if you miss it, oh well, you screw up. But you might get a little bit of a shortcut or whatever. Sometimes it might prevent you from doing that if you have it on. At least in my experience, that's what it felt like. It felt like it was over assisting me when I didn't want to like really be like. What if I wanted to drive close to the edge, try to get in front of Baby Peach or whatever? Like you want to take risks, but that doesn't let you. So the auto steering is kind of nice. So if you're not used to like Mario Kart, I would leave it on at first and then like kind of wean yourself off of it because honestly, it's the best way to play is the with the auto steering off, in my opinion. And the auto use item, I don't know why you'd want to have that on, especially if you get like a banana or something and you want to like launch it in front of you by hitting up in the use item button. I would assume you can't do that if you have that on. And like, does it just auto fire the three shells or what is that? Why is that a thing? I have no idea. I didn't mess with that, but it's there if you want to turn it on. And like I said, that's the only really. And the acceleration boost, I assume that's the thing where you have to hold down the acceleration button for a certain amount of time to get a boost at the beginning of a race. I assume it just does it automatically. So if you're bad at timing that, and you want to get an auto boost every race, which I think is kind of cheap, especially if you're going online and playing online. Unless they X that out, I don't know because I didn't turn it on. So it's not even a hard time. All you gotta do is hold the A button or the accelerate button, like right after you see two basically pop up. And if you think you're holding it too long, just let go of it for like a split second, then hold it in. And if you do it right, you'll see just like you'll get a quick little rocket boost, kind of like in the past Mario Karts. I believe I don't remember if Super Mario Kart had it, but I think it did. I never was good at doing it though. Mario Kart 64, I was pretty good at doing it. Back in the day, at least. I haven't played Mario Kart 64 in forever, so I'm probably really rusty at it. I guess we'll see next month when I get the analog 3D from analog, barring that decides to not get delayed again, which I'm skeptical about that. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. Anyway, going back to Mario Kart World. Now, the online experience. Now, like I said before in the little intro I did, what you guys are going to be seeing with the online stuff in this video, during this video, I'm not going to like super edit the video. I'm just going to superimpose it over my talking. So it's less of a pain for me to edit this. But basically, the online is pretty good from my experience. I didn't notice any kind of lag, anything like that. And mind you, there's 23 other I believe it's like 24 players online, I believe. So there's you and 23 other people, I think. It's like 24 or 25, I don't remember. But I honestly didn't notice anything. And I was using the Ethernet capability with the dock having Ethernet. I don't know my upload and download speed with the Switch 2. I didn't bother testing. But I know I do have pretty solid internet. So, from my experience, it wasn't lagging at all. It wasn't bad at all. It was actually really, really playable. And I will say, from when I have played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch with Ethernet before, I will say it does feel a lot smoother than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with Ethernet on my Switch OLED the last time I did play it. Because it was pretty laggy in some instances. Now, like I said, it's still early on the Switch 2, so maybe there's not a lot of people that have it yet. I don't know. Maybe your mileage may be different at the time of you playing the game. But from what I've experienced, the online is pretty solid, both with Ethernet and with Wi-Fi, because both my internet connections are fairly solid. The online gameplay you guys will be seeing was through Wi-Fi because I do not have an Ethernet cable routed over here anymore. I did, but I don't anymore. So there's that. But overall, guys, my final thoughts and on the price and everything. Is this game worth $80? No. No, it is not. Now, I want to back that up by saying this. Do I regret buying the game physically for $80 and not getting the bundle? The bundle console with the digital copy? No, I don't. Because I'm a proponent of physical gaming. I love owning my stuff physically. Like having a physical case and cartridge or key card, depending on what kind of game it is. This game is on a cartridge. It is not a key card. Most Nintendo games, I assume, will be on cartridge. I assume the key card crap is going to be for third-party stuff. But do I think it's worth it? At $80. No, but if I had to pick a game to get at launch between like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Cyberpunk, and whatever else is out, and and this, I would honestly pick this over anything else because it is new. It does kind of show the capabilities of the Switch 2. If you don't have the expansion pass for Nintendo Switch Online, you won't get the 4K upgrades for Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom for free anyway. Those are $10. So like, I feel like you're not gonna get the real good experience with like a first party Nintendo game if you don't get that. Like, if you want to see what the Switch can do, like the Switch 2 can do, I guess you can get Cyberpunk, but that game is just not for me. And I get it. People are mad about the $80 price point. I get it. It honestly, like I said, is it worth it? For me, yes. For the average person, probably not. Because let's be honest, there's nothing really earth shatteringly different between 8 Deluxe and this from a gameplay standpoint. But besides like the free roam stuff and like the rail grinding and driving on walls and stuff like that. But other than that, like what justifies this being $80? I have no idea. This honestly should have been a $60 game at maybe $70 at most. But I think 70 would have even been pushing it. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna be overly negative, like, oh, this game it should have been not have been $80 because and that's why I'm not buying it. No, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, Nintendo's being Nintendo by making something $80. If that's what they think it's worth, then like if you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't think it's worth that after watching this or just doing your own research, then don't buy it. No one's like forcing you to support $80 games. But I will tell you this: it's going to be a thing. Like once Nintendo did it, they're all gonna do it eventually. So just bite the bait. If you're a fan of Mario Kart, just bite the bullet and get it, or just get the bundle. If you don't care about getting the physical cartridge, get the bundle. Bundle. It basically makes it $50. So like, yeah, it's definitely worth it if you get the bundle. If you get the bundle, I would say yes. But if you can't find the bundle and you just can't find the console by itself, just the straight Switch 2 by itself, no bundle, then just buy it when there's a sale or something. Because Nintendo, they're never going to put this on sale. So buy it on like Black Friday or Cyber Monday or something. They might go down to like 70. And at that, it would be worth it. I guess. I still don't see it being worth like 70. I think 60 would have been better for this, especially for the launch of a console. I think. I don't know. I'm harping too much on the price here. I'm getting too lost in the weeds with that. But overall, I think the game is pretty fun. I'm having a lot more fun with it than I thought I would. Hell, a friend of mine just texted me last night. They're like, so I hear you got the Switch 2. What'd you get for it? I was like Mario Kart, and he was like, are you liking it pretty good? And I'm like, actually, I'm having a lot more fun with it than I honestly thought I would. Because, like I said before, I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan, but honestly, this one feels a lot smoother to me, and it feels newer to me. And maybe that's because I played Mario Kart 8 on a Wii U, and when I got 8 Deluxe, I just felt like, what the hell's the difference? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea. Maybe it's just like the newness of the Switch 2. I don't know, but I still think it's fun for what it is. Is the $80 price point too much? Yeah, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You're not gonna please everybody with pricing on stuff. And honestly, guys, if I'm being real with you, not to spoil a future video for probably tomorrow or Monday on my initial like thoughts after having the Switch 2 for a couple of days. Do I think it's worth $450? Like at launch to get it if you really want to like get a new console. Do I think it's worth it for like everyone to get? Honestly, no. If you have a Switch one, like you're probably pretty good. Like it's not lighting the world on fire, but you do get a little bit of performance boost from other games. I have been testing other Switch games, so you do. It does make certain games perform better, but you don't get like resolution boosts unless you're playing like Mario Odyssey or Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. With the paid upgrades with those two games, free upgrade for Mario Odyssey. But honestly, if you want to play Mario Kart World, you have to buy the Switch 2. That that's all there is to it. Is it a console seller? For a lot of people, yes. For me, that's not why I initially bought it. I just bought it to see what kind of improvements it would do to Switch games. Which honestly, some of the games I've tested, it actually does improve the frame rate quite a bit. Now, if they're like I said in the past video, if it's capped at 30, you'll get a solid 30 FPS. But if they're shooting for 60, you'll most likely get a solid 60 FPS. So if you want a better Switch experience with a lot of games, then get the Switch 2. But is it worth it for that? No. Like, should I have bought it at launch? Probably not. Do I regret it? No, I don't. Because one, the midnight launch was fun, just sitting there chatting with people. Two, it was my wife and I's anniversary, so it was kind of cool just to be all hyped about being married 10 years and being hyped about the Switch. She was excited about it. I was excited about it, so it was a fun time. I don't regret it. I know she doesn't regret buying it for me. That's why I got it anyway. So, yeah, shout out to her for being cool, buying me a new console so I could do videos for you guys about it. But I'll go more in depth on my thoughts about the Switch 2 in a later, probably Monday. Tomorrow I'm just gonna take a break from video stuff because I want to really throw a bunch more games at the Switch 2 for the Switch side of it to see what kind of stuff I can find out. Because I've read some stuff too, like MK1 plays better. Like there's a ton of stuff, guys. I don't want to delve into it now. I want to save it for my next video on Monday. So just be ready for that. Like I said, I might do a video on Sunday. If I can think of something to talk about besides my thoughts on Switch 2 and overall thoughts on it after having it for like the entire weekend, then I'll do a video on Sunday. But it probably won't be like Switch 2 related. It'll probably be like something else. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. Like I said in past videos, if you guys want me to test any kind of Switch game or something like that on the Switch 2 to see how it performs, let me know. I'll see if I can find it. Buy it, check it out, let you guys know by like Monday or in a later video if I get enough responses from this and I get like a list of games and I'll try to find them. Well, not next week because I'm going out of town, so I'll try to do as much testing as I can for you guys that are on the fence about buying a Switch 2, basically. But I do want to thank you guys for watching and supporting my channel, liking my videos, sharing my videos, subscribing, clicking the bell button, supporting me on Patreon if you decide to. Thank you. It really does help out the channel a lot. Like I said, that's why I was able to get the Switch 2 Pro controller and the micro SD express card because of Patreon supporters like some of you guys watching. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. My membership people, you guys too. You guys are awesome. I'm trying to think of more stuff to do for both of my paid subscription people and my Patreon people. I'm probably gonna do a video on that soon, just to talk about it. But I really, really do want to stress how thankful I am for you guys supporting my channel because it would be rough getting Switch 2 stuff right away like this. So thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It really does help out a lot. Even my wife said, "Thank God you have Patreon support," because she couldn't have afforded to buy me a controller at launch. I would have had to wait like another 2 weeks, probably longer than that, because we have a couple of trips coming up. So I do want to stress that. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. I'm actually gonna go back and play some more Mario Kart right now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Rolling with Kevin, and I'm rolling out. Peace. And I just realized I'm not wearing my Mario shirt. I forgot to bring it back upstairs after last night. Crap. Oh well, at least it's still a blue shirt. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace. Have a good weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button so you get notified when I upload videos, go live, or post on my community page. Shout out to go to my Patreon supporters: Sunny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Swift, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Friedrich, Len Ernhorn, Marcus Mahaley, Brianna, and the Pay Now Please, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Kaluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you want to support my channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help out the channel a lot. Thank you guys so much for supporting and watching. If you did enjoy this video, I'll see you guys in the next video.